Prince Harry is hurting royal family to core. Queen and Charles feel deeply betrayed. Prince Harry's latest TV attack may have deepened the family rift beyond repair. Ties with his brother Prince William, already strained, are now in further jeopardy, and the pair may not appear together for the unveiling of a statue to their mother Diana. In a fresh TV broadside, Harry directly blamed his father for his own decades of anguish, and accused senior royals of total silence, total neglect when his wife Meghan was suicidal. The Duke of Sussex claimed Prince Charles used to say to both William and First, "Well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you." That doesn't make sense. Just because you suffered doesn't mean that your kids have to suffer, in fact quite the opposite. If you suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences you had, that you can make it right for your kids. But Dickie Arbiter, the Queen's former press secretary, told the Daily Express, senior royals including Prince Charles will feel deeply sad, deeply angry and deeply betrayed. The Duke of Cambridge, who began a week-long tour of Scotland yesterday, had been expected to appear alongside his brother at the memorial to Diana on July 1, but royal commentators fear the event is now in doubt. Speaking to U.S. chat show Queen Oprah Winfrey for his 5-part Apple TV show The Me You Can't See, Harry claimed he and Meghan were ostracized and abandoned by the royals, even though he had said she was struggling. He said he tried to help his wife feel at home in Britain, but added that the couple spent years banging their heads against a wall before leaving for America. He told Oprah, "Certainly now I will never be bullied into silence." I thought my family would help, but every single ask, request, warning, whatever it is, just got met with total silence, total neglect. We spent 4 years trying to make it work. We did everything that we possibly could to stay there and carry on. Doing the role and doing the job. But Meghan was struggling. Mr. Arbiter counted last night, the royal household bends over backwards to help their family. The Queen took a lot of flack for staying at Balmoral after Diana died, but why did she? She remained there to put family before duty for the first time in her life. This is what she gets in return. Does she deserve this? No, of course she doesn't. Mr. Arbiter, 81, added, Harry is very hypocritical. He left because he didn't like media intrusion and wanted privacy, but since leaving 17 months ago he has done nothing but media. I feel very sorry about his struggles, but he shouldn't broadcast to the world. He may be losing sympathy of the great British public. While royal author Phil Dampier said that Prince Charles will be deeply saddened. I'm sure that if he did say something to William and Harry along the lines of first suffered, so you will, it just meant that they would experience similar problems to him. He added, "It has doubtless been taken out of context and made to sound like he wanted pain inflicted on him, which I'm sure is totally untrue. Charles was in a very difficult position as a single parent and did his best." He and William will be tearing out what is left of their hair after Harry's latest outburst. There must now be serious doubt about whether Harry will come over to London for the unveiling of Diana's statue in July. The prospect of not being with his grandchildren, little Archie and the baby on the way, will make Charles very sad. Prince Harry let cameras film him at an extraordinary therapy session, where he received treatment for the anxiety he said is triggered every time he flies to Britain. The Duke closed his eyes and tapped his chest during eye movement desensitization and reprocessing (EMDR) treatment that he told viewers was to cope with feeling hunted while on UK soil. Harry said in the mental health documentary series he had always felt worried for most of his life when returning to London, but only became aware of this after doing therapy. He said everything felt tense because of what happened to my mum and because of what I experienced and what I saw. The Duke, who co-created the documentary, has addressed traumatic memories from his childhood, including the death of his mother Diana, Princess of Wales, and the impact of social media on him as well as his wife Meghan. But royal biographer Angela Levin wrote online, "I felt watching Harry during his therapy session was a huge invasion of his privacy. Extraordinary that he allowed that to happen." The Duke, who now lives in an £11 million mansion in Montecito, California, carried out the therapy via video link with Sanya Oakley, a psychotherapist and ex-trauma specialist for London Underground. The latest stinging attack comes a week after he criticized Prince Charles' parenting skills, saying he moved his own family to America to break the cycle of genetic pain from his childhood. Harry and Meghan have since signed lucrative deals with Netflix and Spotify. He said, "That feeling of being trapped within the family, there was no option to leave. Eventually when I made that decision for my family, I was still told, you can't do this, and it's like, well how bad does it have to get until I am allowed to do this?" She, Meghan, was going to end her life. It shouldn't have to get to that. Meghan decided to share with me the suicidal thoughts and the practicalities of how she was going to end her life. The thing that stopped her from seeing it through was how unfair it would be on me after everything that had happened to my mum and to now to be put in a position of losing another woman in my life. With a baby inside of her, our baby. The scariest thing for her was her clarity of thought. She hadn't lost it. She wasn't crazy. She wasn't self-medicating. She was absolutely sober. She was completely sane. Harry's incendiary words will widen the chasm between the Sussexes and Buckingham Palace and frustrate senior royals who wanted to deal with it in private. The couple went public with an explosive 2-hour interview with Oprah that aired on March 8. But he said, before the Oprah interview had aired, because of the combined efforts of the firm and the media to smear her, I was woken up in the middle of the night to her crying into her pillow because she doesn't want to wake me up because I'm already carrying too much. That's heartbreaking. When my mum was taken away from me at the age of 12. I didn't want the royal life, sharing the grief of my mother's death with the world. The thing I remember the most was the sound of the horse's hooves going along the pavement. It was like I was outside of my body and just walking along doing what was expected of me. He added, I was willing to drink, I was willing to take drugs, I was willing to try and do the things that made me feel less like I was feeling. Making this move was really scary. The forces working against us tried to make it impossible. Did I expect to find ourselves in this situation so quickly? No. I think we've done a really good job. It's really sad, but I have no regrets at all because now I'm at a place where I think I should have been 4 years ago. My mum would be incredibly proud. I'm living the life that she wanted to live, living the life that she wanted us to be able to live.